A $100 game, now in the bargain bin for just $5. How did Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League go from being the next big thing from the creators of the Arkham series to one of the worst flops in gaming history? Today, we're diving deep into the hype, the controversy, and the aftermath of this shocking failure. Buckle up, because this story has everything: big promises, big mistakes, and even bigger fallout. Let's rewind to 2020, when Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League was first announced. Rocksteady had been quiet for years after the success of their Arkham trilogy, and fans were eager to see what they'd cook up next. The trailer showed Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang taking on a brainwashed Justice League in a chaotic, action-packed world. It promised Rocksteady's trademark humor, detailed environments, and compelling storytelling. Players were hyped, not just because of the premise, but also because of the studio's track record. Rocksteady gave us Batman, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City, games that redefined superhero storytelling in gaming. The trust in their name alone created sky-high expectations. Add in Kevin Conroy reprising his iconic role as Batman, and this game seemed destined for greatness. But as we'd later find out, hype can only carry you so far. Fast forward to early 2023, when gameplay was finally revealed, and the cracks began to show. The trailer highlighted a strong focus on shooting mechanics and gear-based progression, something very different from the melee combat that Rocksteady fans loved in the Arkham games. Players quickly noticed the live service elements, including a battle pass, cosmetics, and grinding for loot. This raised concerns that the game was designed to prioritize microtransactions over fun. The backlash started even before the game hit the shelves. Fans were vocal, questioning why a studio known for deep, immersive storytelling was pivoting to a generic, grind-heavy live service model. But despite the red flags, there was still hope. After all, it was Rocksteady. Surely, they could pull it off, right? When the game launched in early 2024, things went from bad to worse. Players encountered bugs that made the game nearly unplayable. From progress-halting glitches to AI teammates behaving erratically, the experience felt rushed and unfinished. One infamous bug erased save files for players who paid extra for early access, effectively punishing those who invested the most in the game. And then there were the repetitive missions and clunky shooting mechanics that left players feeling frustrated and bored. Critics weren't kind either. While the game earned points for its visuals and voice acting, especially Kevin Conroy's performance as Batman, the gameplay and live service design were universally panned. On Metacritic, it struggled to maintain even a middling score, with players slamming the game for feeling soulless and uninspired. So, what went wrong? First, the decision to lean into the live service model alienated Rocksteady's core audience, fans who wanted a story-driven, single-player experience similar to the Arkham games. Second, the gameplay itself didn't feel unique. Despite having 4 distinct characters, their abilities felt interchangeable, and combat boiled down to repetitive shooting sequences. Third, the game was riddled with technical issues, which made an already mediocre experience worse. Players couldn't immerse themselves in the world because they were constantly battling bugs and glitches. And now, less than a year later, the Deluxe Edition, which originally cost $100, is being sold for just $5 on the Epic Games Store. That's a staggering 95% discount, and it speaks volumes about the game's reception. Another point of contention was the involvement of Sweet Baby Incorporated, a narrative consulting firm. Their role in shaping the story drew heavy criticism, with some fans accusing them of prioritizing messaging over meaningful storytelling. While the idea of inclusivity is generally welcomed, many argue that it felt forced and disconnected from the tone of the Arkham universe. This led to online debates, with some players even creating Steam curator pages warning others about games influenced by Sweet Baby Incorporated. The controversy may have overshadowed the game itself, turning an already struggling title into a lightning rod for criticism. The failure of Suicide Squad had major consequences for Rocksteady, and Warner Bros. Reports suggest the game lost over $200 million, and layoffs followed shortly after. Now, rumors are swirling that Rocksteady is working on a remake of Batman: Arkham Asylum to win back fan trust. But will it be enough to recover from this monumental flop? Only time will tell. But if there's one lesson here, it's this: great studios need to remember what made them great in the first place. Sometimes, chasing trends like live service games can lead to disaster. So, what do you think? Is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League worth $5? Or is it too late to salvage this once promising title? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more gaming deep dives.